Welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about something a little bit different than our normal videos. You know, we try to do these short videos kind of mimicking what your teacher should be doing in the classroom, whether they are or not, what they should be doing. Today I want to talk a little bit about planning. Okay? A very famous person, Benjamin Franklin, he's fairly famous, once said, "Failing to plan is planning to fail." Now, it's a very clever statement, kind of a play on words. Failure to plan is planning to fail. I'm going to give you a real life example of this. Earlier today, our front desk put a call through to me for a young lady from Michigan who I had spoken to about 2 weeks ago. Her test is coming up and she was working on an apprentice license which expired, and her salon wouldn't let her come in and work anymore because her apprentice license had expired, and they don't want to get fined by the state board if an inspector comes in to check. She doesn't work at this point. She's not married. She doesn't have any children. She's living at home with her parents, which is all fine. My point I'm getting at is she has plenty of time. We spoke 2 weeks ago. She called today and asked for me specifically because we had spoken a couple of weeks ago. Her test is coming up in 2 days. She wanted to take the 7-hour training course tomorrow because that's her last day. So I said, no, we're not going to do that. Well, why not? I said, because you can't possibly learn it all in 1 day. No one can pay attention that much for 7 hours straight. I can't speak that long. Okay, I have other teachers who could help me, but it wouldn't make any difference. You are not going to learn in a 7-hour long lecture with no breaks. Now, I don't want to sound like your father, but you had 2 weeks. You had plenty of time. You don't work. You have no children. You put this off and put this off until the proverbial 11th hour. Now you want to do a 7-hour class. We're not going to do that. And we're not. So she said, well, don't you want my money? I said, well, of course we want your money. We're in business. Every business wants your money. Walmart wants your money. I mean, Target wants your money. The barbershop, the beauty salon, everybody wants your money. That's why people are in business, to get money. I don't want to steal your money. And giving you 7 hours in 1 day is stealing your money. You cannot learn it all. This brings us full circle back to the point. Failure to plan is planning to fail. You did nothing for 2 weeks. Now you want to try to make it up. Now, that's an extreme example, which actually happened this morning, which is why I'm making this video, because the idea came into my head. But we see this all the time. In our office on Mondays, the phone blows up. We can get 100 phone calls on a Monday. And then it goes down and down and down. And Saturday, maybe 2 or 3 phone calls. Sunday, 0. Monday, boom, 100. And their test is Wednesday or Thursday of that same week. You knew this, okay, for weeks and months in advance. Why are you sabotaging your own future by waiting until the last possible moment? Again, it brings us back to failure to plan is planning to fail. One of the reasons that the state board pass rates are so bad across the country, it's about 50% nationally for cosmetologists and about 35% for barbers. Now, there's plenty of blame to go around, don't get me wrong. If you've watched my earlier videos, I have a lot of not polite things to say about schools, directors, teachers, instructors. I'm not a big fan of the book companies, but it's also on you. You are the person taking your test. You see, you bought this book behind me, or you bought the prior Barber book, or you bought the cosmetology book. Cengage made their money. If you got the Pivot Point book, some people call it Salon Fundamentals, they got their money. The state gets their money. The testing company, PSI, Pearson VUE, and a few others, they get their money. Everybody's got their money and they went home happy. The only person that doesn't go home happy is you, because you didn't plan. You cannot wait until the day or 2 days before your test and suddenly, oh my God, do this. Now, brings me to this book. We sell this book. We have it for Barber, Cosmetology, Skincare, Nail Technology, in English or in Spanish. This book has every question that your state board exam has asked in the last 12 months. It takes about 3 or 4 days in the mail because we mail it priority mail. It's not cheap. It's like $10.45 to mail it from our end. People call us, well, can I get the book overnight because my test is in 2 days? Again, failure to plan. You've known for weeks and months this day was coming. Why are you now spending $40 to overnight a book, and the post office won't even guarantee overnight? Unless we get it there before 1 o'clock, and unless you live in a major city, they won't even guarantee next day delivery. Sometimes it's 2 days. Now, they say to us, well, you get your money back. That's fine. We get our money back. But you didn't get your book. You gave yourself 2 days. The post office took 2 days. Your test is Thursday morning at 10. You get home with the failure notice from the state, and guess what arrives that afternoon? This book. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why? We see it all the time. We used to see it in our school all the time. People would call us from other schools. Oh, I went to X school and I failed my test 4 times, but I heard your pass rate's really good and you do a week-long review course. Can I take your week-long review course? Yes. When is your test? In 2 days. Did you hear what you just said? Can I take your 5-day review course, the crash course? My test is in 2 days. I don't understand this, ladies and gentlemen. I really, truly don't understand why you're doing this to yourself. And you know this is coming. Give yourself time to study. We do private training through the phone, you and I, or you and your instructor, whoever that will be. Cosmetology is 7 classes, Barber is 6. I recommend to people the best way to do this is 2 or 3 days a week. For example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday. Give yourself 2 or even 3 weeks because you have a life. Husbands, wives, children's, job, friends, you have some life going on. You're not sitting in a cave by yourself with nothing else going on. Give yourself time to study, to actually learn and digest what our instructors are telling you, and you'll pass your test. And if you want to take that private training, it's done through the phone, WhatsApp, or FaceTime, depending upon your phone. Give us a call, 760-534-4434. We will set you up with the timing and instructor that works for you. We're open 7 days a week, okay? We will work on your schedule. Now, the other things I want to talk about off of this subject, but somewhat related, when you go to our website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. At the top of the website, it says free practice test. Click on that. There's a drop-down menu. Barber, cosmetology, aesthetics, manicuring. Click on your test. Now, we've tried to mimic the state board exam as much as possible. Something people don't seem to understand. The state board exam has about 1,000 questions in their test bank. They will push a button, just like the lottery, and your numbers will come out at random. It will never be the same twice in a row. You can take it 17 times, as one of our former students did before he found us. Different questions every time, because about 1,000 questions. We've tried to make our free practice test mimic that. We have about 75 questions in the test bank for each of the 4 topics. It picks 25 at random. You'll answer the questions. When you hit the last question, your score will pop right up on your screen. But if you go to your email, you will see the actual test itself, so you can see which specific questions you got right and wrong. Take the test 10 times. Just keep taking it. After a while, you'll have exhausted the 75 scrambled questions. You'll have seen every one, but not once. I cannot tell you. On an average day, somewhere between 80 and 100 people will take our free practice test. Maybe there's 2 or 3 people that will take it 5 or 10 times. Everyone else, 1 time. And almost always, 9 out of 10 times, it's a failing score. Today, I saw a score of 8. I was like, that can't be real. That person had to do that on purpose. I mean, if I close my eyes, I could probably get more than 8 out of 25. My point is simple. Go to our website, take the free practice test. When you see your score, then go to your email, actually see the questions specifically, which ones you got right, which ones you got wrong. Take it again and again and again until you've seen every one of the 75 questions over and over and over. Then if you still feel like you're not ready, give us a call. Get our book, 760-534-4434. When you're on our homepage of our website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com, at the very bottom of the screen, there's a little camera icon. Click on the camera icon. It will take you right to our videos. Then subscribe. You can watch every video. At this point, there must be close to 100. Most of them are designed for anyone, barber or cosmetology. There's a few very specific about nails or about shaving, but the vast majority are good for everybody. Now, I want you to pass your test. Yes, we're in business to make money, but I don't want your money if you're going to fail your test with my material. I want you to pass the test with my material. Give us a call, 760-534-4434. Thank you and hope to hear from you soon.